If you're traveling with little ones under the age of 12 or whose feet cannot touch the floor while properly seated on the train, we ask that they sit in the middle of the row or in between two adults for their safety. And of course, our park policy states that your mask must be worn properly at all times. That is covering your mouth and nose at all times. We have mask relief zones around the park for your convenience. However, the train ride is not one of those zones. So we ask that you keep your face mask in place for the entire ride. Now, as I said, in a few moments we will be departing. So be sure that you have all loose articles sealed nice and tightly next to you. But if you do happen to drop something along the way, please do not attempt to retrieve it yourself. Just let us know once we get to the next stop, and someone will retrieve it for you.
Can you hold it for a minute? Look careful, it's recording.
Now the sounds of those bells means that we are ready to depart. So from this moment forward, no more changing of seats, arms, hands, and legs inside at all times. Remain seated at all times. And remember, if you drop something along the way, please do not attempt to retrieve it yourself. Let us know at the next stop, and someone will retrieve it for you. Now as we leave the station, let's look out to the right and give a nice warm wave to the station masters and say goodbye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Also off to the right-hand side, we have our cute, curious little African penguins. African penguins are very curious creatures who love watching you just as much as you love watching them. Just around the corner on the left-hand side, just over the bushes, we have the Edge of Africa. The Edge of Africa is a 16-acre self-guided tour home to the lions, the spotted hyenas, the meerkat, the Nile crocodile, and much more. Also in the Edge of Africa, we have a 225,000-gallon observation tank to view the hippos. On the right-hand side of the train, that beautiful white building, that is the Serengeti Overlook. That is where you can enjoy a nice meal, whether inside in the air condition or outside on the patio. And while dining outside on the patio, you get to view the animals out in the Serengeti. Once again, guys, please remain seated at all times. And coming up on the right-hand side, we have Cobra's Curse. Cobra's Curse is a one-of-a-kind elevator lift roller coaster. That's right, an elevator lifts you up face to face with an 80-foot tall snake. As if that's not enough, it pummels you forward, backwards, all while spinning around and around. And while waiting in line, you get to view venomous snakes on display. Coming up right next to Cobra's Curse, we have Montu. Montu is a one-of-a-kind elevator lift roller. That is Cobra's Curse. Montu is also unique. Just like Cobra's Curse, it is an inverted coaster. That means the tracks are above you instead of beneath you. What is beneath you are your feet dangling as you go 50 to 55 miles an hour and upside down up to 5 times. Are roaming freely and do happen across the track from time to time, so we may have to come to a sudden stop. So once again, please remain seated at all times, arms, hands, and legs inside at all times. Feel free to take photos, but do so from a seated position. And remember, if you drop something along the way, please do not attempt to retrieve it yourself. Just let us know once we get to the next stop. 65 acres of land where the animals can roam freely and go as they please. And that does mean they do hide from us from time to time, but that's exactly what we want, to make it as natural as possible for them out here. Now I do see a few of our reticulated giraffes out on the left-hand side. Giraffes are wonderful creatures. I love them so much. They can grow up to 18 feet tall, and they do mostly everything standing up. So that little guy you see out there, his first experience in life was a 6-foot drop to the ground. Giraffes are also unique and have something in common with you and I. They are one of the fewest animals that are able to see in color, and they also have 7 vertebrates in their necks, just as us humans do. Pretty cool. I also saw a few of our zebras back there with the giraffes. They are one of 2 species of zebras that we have here at Busch Gardens. They are the grubby zebras. The difference between the zebras are their stripes. Grubby zebra stripes are much thinner, and Grant zebra stripes are much thicker. If you happen to spot the white animals with the twisted horn on the left as you were passing, those were Adax antelopes. They are one of the world's most endangered species, so we're very proud to have that little herd here at Busch Gardens.
Up there, it's ready to go.
Now on the left-hand side, just around this little lake right here, if you notice a few birds with a white chest and black wings, those are marabou storks. We are proud to be the first to successfully breed those birds, recognized by the American Association of Aquariums and Zoos. Now I also see one of our safari tour trucks out there that I was telling you guys about. You can book that excursion, hop in the back, get up close and personal on the 65 acres of land and find the animals that are out there. You even get the opportunity to feed the giraffe. You can book that excursion over at the Serengeti Outpost, located nearby to the Nairobi Station. Now all the way out in the field on the left-hand side, I see a few of the other types of zebras that I was telling you about. Those are the grand zebras. If you notice, their stripes are thicker and they go all the way around their tummies. They are a little smaller than the grubby zebras as well. Now also out on the far left, I see a few animals laying down under the tree. They're kind of hard to spot, look like they're laying down in a sand pile. They are tan in color with black stripes across their tummies. Those are Grant gazelles. Now on the right hand side of the train, just under the tree, I see a few of our white rhinos. White rhinos weigh up to 4,000 to 6,000 pounds. But don't let that fool you. They can reach up to speeds of 35 miles an hour. You get a better view of the grand gazelles.
Oh, there's the zebra.
And we're coming up on a better view of the zebras as well.
I can't get both sides at one time. I don't know where. We need 2 of them.
On the right right-hand side of the train, you'll notice a few shaggy animals right under the tree with a white circle on the rear. Those are water bugs. Water bugs, although they may sound aquatic, they are not aquatic animals. However, they do run into rivers from time to time to escape from predators. I also see the female ostriches up there behind the water bugs. Our two-toed flightless birds, weighing up to 300 pounds. If you happen to notice the large brown animal all the way on the left-hand side with some white long horns, that is a Watusi cattle. Located in the Congo area of the park. Kumba gets its name from the African dialect meaning roar. The Congo River Rapids, one of my favorite rides here at Busch Gardens, also located in the Congo area of the park. Be sure to check it out if you want to get a nice splash down today. Also coming up on the right hand side, we have a little clearing over there that is home to our bongos. The bongos were once thought to have been extinct, but rediscovered again in a remote area in Kenya in the 1950s. And on the right-hand side of the train, that was the bongos, and on the left, we have Jungala. Jungala is home to the tigers and orangutans. Also nearby to Jungala, we have our newest launch coaster, Tigris. Stanleyville area of the park. Stanleyville is home to our floorless coaster Shikra, the Zambia Smokehouse, where you can enjoy some nice barbecued chicken, ribs, and brisket. Also, we we have the Stanleyville Log Flume, and nearby we have the Bird Gardens and the Sesame Street Safari of Fun. Also nearby to the Bird Gardens, we have the Food and Wine Festival. So be sure you check it out and see all the new stuff they have to offer for you this year on the menu. We also have live concerts going on today, which is included in admission. So be sure you pass by the Gwazi Field to check that out. Now we are pulling into Stanleyville train station, which is your final destination. So I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming aboard the Serengeti Express. Do enjoy the rest of your day here at Busch Gardens, and please remain seated until we come to a full and complete stop. Almost there, not quite yet. Almost. Alright, it is now safe for everyone to exit on the platform side only. Once again, thanks for coming aboard the Serengeti Express.